Now, the surprise information that I want everybody to be aware of is the construction of these ramp doors that you're trusting your family and your gear to. Now, the crew here over at Cassons RV has an old door that they cut in half for me. Now, let's take a look at the cutaway section of this door here. It might surprise you to know there is no internal framing on the door itself. All the framing is on the exterior extrusion. And if you don't believe me completely, I can pull away. You can see on the side, no framing in there. Now, maybe you don't believe me because that's the top of the door, but here's the bottom of the door. If we look at it, again, the cross section of about 1.5 inch styrofoam, 3/16 Luan paneling, and over here is going to be some non-organic Azdel with the exterior fiberglass that you view from the outside. So the first thing we should appreciate is if you're loading anything into your toy hauler, keep as much weight towards the sides as you can. And definitely not in the middle, because that's just styrofoam and paneling, which isn't too difficult with your gear, but it's quite difficult when you're using this as a patio or a deck, because lots of people like to be in the middle of the ramp right there. But the other problem is that this is plywood on this side. I don't know if you can see, that's all water damage. Delamination. That carries around from this side too, because when the ramp is down and it rains, it just goes straight into the wood right here. And remember, even when the door is up, there's no weep pulse at the bottom to let that water out. You might say, but there's holes in the bottom, water obviously falls out. Or if I take a look underneath where the seal is, there are no weep holes there either. But if we lift this back up again to get a cross section of the extrusion, you can see where the panel is going to be located. Water is separate from that holes down below. So water gets stuck in here because there's no weep holes for the channel for the water to get out down below. And over time, that glue lets go because Luan always lets go when water is present. But even if you're very vigilant and you keep water from getting inside this door panel, if we've learned anything from the ultralight travel trailers with composite laminated styrofoam floors, the repeated flexing of these styrofoam laminated floors causes the laminations to fail too. So when I tell you that Lippert or LCI builds those just good enough to last for the first year or two, don't be surprised if you have a toy hauler if you'll be replacing that door down the road. Because the crew over here at Cassons RV has 2 of them to replace. So the important information every toy hauler owner or potential toy hauler owner should know about is to fold down their ramp door and walk on it and make sure it's not spongy or bowy in the middle. They might look like they're engineered to be extremely strong for their weight, but it's just looks.